Hello everyone. I am Professor S.N. Mane, Assistant Professor Kekewa College of Agricultural Engineering and Technology, Nashik. Today we will learn about the process of regulation of ripening. So first of all, we will see what is meant by acceleration of ripening. There are two processes which are related to the regulation of ripening, in which first is the acceleration of ripening and second one is the delaying of ripening. Okay, first we will see what is meant by acceleration of ripening. What are the different chemicals which are used for this process of ripening? Then what are the advantages and disadvantages of this process? Okay, so first is the acceleration of ripening. Why it is important? Now this technique it is used for avoiding the loss of our commodity due to the early rain. Okay, so we are preferring this process of acceleration of ripening. Now what are the different its advantages? First of all, we will get the premium price due to their early ripening and due to the early harvesting. Also we are avoiding the early rains or the whatever losses which occurs due to the rains, that will be get avoided, and that is the limiting factor in the commercial cultivation of some of the fruits like grapes, then date and lychee. Then it is a agrotechnique such as growth regulators which are very useful in order to regulate the ripening process and which ultimately improves the fruit quality. Now which chemical it is used for the acceleration of ripening process? See, ethifone, or the we called as ethyl. Now ethifone is nothing but a gaseous component of ethylene. Ethylene is the hormone and ethifone is the gaseous component of the ethylene, and ethyl is nothing but a liquid component of that ethylene. Its chemical name is that 2-chloroethyl phosphonic acid. Now this ethylene releasing chemical which has the very much drastic or dramatic influence on the ripening process. Now it is a stable in the aqueous solution when it is at the below 4 pH, but as its pH goes on rising above 4, then there is the disintegration or the segregation of that chemical, it is takes place, and there is a release of ethylene gas into the different components, that this component or the compound, that is chloride and phosphate. Now this accelerating ripening process which changes along with the ethifone, it suggests that the possibility of increasing early yield. Means these are some advantages of this accelerating process of the ripening. See here we are getting the early yield with the better price, then we can schedule the harvesting schedule of that commodity. Then this process of ripening it gets uniformly, okay, so that we will reduce their sorting or the grading cost. Then it is a very much faster ripening process, that's why it reduces the weight loss. Then also it facilitates the once over the harvesting, means at a time you can harvest your commodity by reducing the number of pickings, and ultimately it improves the color so that their market appearance will be more and we get the better price for your commodity. Then pre-harvest application of this ethifone, it has been found more the effective than the post-harvest treatment, because this chemical it gets effectively concentrate in the fruit during its growing period before their pre-harvest application, so that it is effective method of application of this chemical, that is ethifone, before their harvesting. Now this time for the post harvesting treatment it get varies from 1 to 10 minutes, and this application method it is effective at the temperature of about 21 to 24 degrees Celsius, when its humidity it is about 85 to 90%. Most of the time its effective temperature you can also consider as a 15 degrees Celsius. It may be less than 21 degrees Celsius or the between this range 21 to 24 degrees Celsius. Now another chemicals also can be used for the fruit ripening. For example, calcium carbide. And this chemical it releases the acetylene gas in the mango, banana, citrus, papaya and tomato. But it is very harmful chemical. That's why usually this ethifone or ethylene chemical it is mostly used. This calcium carbide it is sometimes used in the powder form or in the liquid form, and it releases the acetylene gas, and that acetylene gas it is very much harmful. So that this ethifone or the ethylene it is mostly used for the accelerating the ripening process. Now there are certain practical use of ethifone in the fruits and vegetable has shown here, means which kind of commodity, at what concentration this ethifone it is used, whether in the pre-harvesting condition or at the post-harvesting condition, and what should be the maturity condition or the stage of application of this chemical for that commodity. See, for the mango, banana and guava, you can use when its stage of application is at the mature green color, and their concentration it get varies from 500 to 600 ppm, and mostly it is applied before 6 days pre or post harvesting. Then for the citrus, when citrus at the, this chemical it is used for the citrus when it is at the degreening stage or the for degreening. This kind of chemical it is used, and its concentration is about 100 ppm, and it is applied at the day of 7 days before harvesting. Then papaya, when it is at mature green stage, you can apply at the 1000 ppm, 6 days pre-harvesting. Then for the grape and apple, you can use that concentration 500 ppm at the 10 to 20 days before harvesting. It is respectively 10 days for the grapes and 21 days for the apple fruit. This is regarding the fruits. Now some of the vegetables. See here for the tomato, when tomato it turnings to become pink color, when at its blossom end, at that time you can apply at the 10 days before or the post harvesting at the concentration of 200 ppm. Then for the sweet pepper, when it is at chocolate brown color, you can apply at the rate of 500 ppm. Then for the chilies also, you can at their stage of chocolate brown, you apply it at the 250 ppm concentration, and it should be before harvesting at the 8 to 10 days before harvesting. See, there are some pictures which have shown some pre-harvest application of that chemical and the post-harvest application. See, when your commodity is in the plant, then see for the tomato, it has shown here application of that particular chemical is given here, and for the post-harvest application, see after harvesting, when your commodity it is placed in the storage area, in that place either you can apply in the liquid state or in the powder form. Now next we will move towards the delaying of ripening process. Now this technique is nothing but you have to delay the ripening process so that the period of availability of that commodity or the shelf life of commodity of that fruit or vegetable it will be more. Now which kind of chemicals are used for this process? See here, potassium permanganate. Now what is the principle to use this chemical behind the delaying of ripening process? See, as we have seen in the acceleration of ripening process, this ethylene it is naturally secreted, or we are artificially going to be secrete that ethylene chemical into that fruit. Okay, but here in the delaying of ripening process, we have to absorb this ethylene from that commodity during the transporting stage or during the storage period. Okay, so that we can delay the ripening process and we can increase the period of availability of that commodity. Now here number of chemicals are used for this delaying of ripening. See the calcium nitrate, which is the at the pre-harvesting stage with the 1% concentration, you can use this chemical for delaying of ripening in the guava and the grapefruit. Then hypochlorite, this is the post-harvest treatment chemical with the 2% concentration, and that it maintains the color and extend the shelf life of lychee fruits. Okay, it is both at the ambient and low temperature storage condition. Then next chemical is the CIPC. CIPC means what? It is the chlorophenyl isopropyl carbamate. This kind of chemical it is used for the retarding the sprouting in case of potato. It is applied in the both form, either in the dust form or in the liquid form. The next one is the different growth regulators like auxins, cytokinins, malic hydrazide. These kind of growth regulators are also used for the delaying of ripening process with the concentration of 50 to 100 ppm. See, this malic hydrazide, it is used for the retarding the sprouting in case of onions, and also it delays the ripening in case of mango. Then cytokinin, this chemical or the growth regulator with the 10 ppm concentration which retards the senescence in the spinach. Then lettuce, then in case of sweet peppers, green onions, and the cruciferous commodities like cabbage and cauliflower. Now what is meant by senescence? Senescence is nothing but a period between their maturity and the death. Means you can extend, you can maintain the quality of that commodity with the proper quality. So this is about the delaying of ripening process. Thank you.